Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Langreskaya, playing for you today. Spawning in the south, we have VonIvan, North American ESL champion many times. He's playing as Ostier and his loadout is elite troops. And he's actually gone straight away for mechanized assault, and I can't blame him. Probably the strongest Ostier commander at the moment, that Stuggy. So powerful. And he is currently rank 18 as Ostier. In the north we have max1336. Playing Soviets, and his loadout is tank hunters, shock rifle frontline, and guard motor coordination. Personally, I'd probably veto this map if I was playing as Soviets or US forces. Basically, any map where you can't set up a triple cap has those two factions like easily. So that includes Angerville. Well, those are the two main culprits really, Langreskaya and Angerville. I probably wouldn't recommend playing at the moment with those early aggression factions. It's too hard to win the game before the Axis starts to scale up. But we'll see how he gets on here. We're actually going to see some belated assault grenadiers here from Von. So he built his greens first. Then he's bringing out some air screens. So this is interesting. Usually, you see people get them straight away because obviously then you have a unit straight away which you can use to cap. Don't have to worry about building stuff. And a lot of wire going down here from Max. He's getting very frisky on that wire. He's wiring off just about everything here. So I wonder if, yeah, here we go, Von's getting the sweepers to cut that. Can't allow that central wire there. Conscripts says greens here. Oh, Conscripts pick up the first model drop there, so they're probably going to win that engagement. No, Askren sprinting to flank the cons. That's probably going to turn the engagement, but I'm not sure if these guys will be able to stick around. These Assault Grenadiers pretty good in the early game. Once they get up close, you can see that there's actually like one model. He's like the leader. I think he's got slightly different stats to the rest of them. Okay, we've got cut-off play here by Max. And is actually successful in cutting... No, VonIvan's not cut off because he's got the central VP. But Max is, because of these pioneers. Conscripts Ura to try and get away from the assault grenadiers, but they sprint in return, so a lot of Usain Bolt action going on both sides. But things are looking pretty good for VonIvan. So much harder to play in the north on this map, very hard to secure your cutoff. Much harder to defend. This house has this garrison, which if you try and come down this route to get to the cutoff, it's very hard. It's very easy to defend in this position, but the garrison on this side, which does, secure this fuel quite effectively in this section of the map quite effectively, but does leave your cutoff quite exposed. So we've got a second squad of combat engineers for Max. I imagine he used that to build his tech structure, but now they're going to go harass VonIvan's fuel. But at the same time, he already had a squad of grenadiers in the region, so I think he's going to get the neutralized there, but it's probably about it. The first Maxim on the field, and VonIvan actually went for a second squad of assault grenadiers, and this is a worry. One squad I think you can get away with, but two squads you may be pushing it. That being said, he is up against conscripts, and they don't get weapon upgrades.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build light mechanized infantry.
So usually assault grenadiers have the issue where, you know, it gets to the late game and they face off against Bren, Tommies or Bard Riflemen, and then they just really stand no chance against either of those squads. But against conscripts, it is a much more even fight, as they do not have any weapon upgrades. Well, most of the time, unless you get PPSHs. In which case the conscripts will probably win because they have more received accuracy bonuses. Oh, there we go, VonIvan chopping that wire so he can use that heavy cover there whilst he caps. Should shield him from that Maxim for a decent period of time. So Max is off to a really rough start so far. He's had a very little fuel control. So it's definitely going to slow down his T70 a very long way. In fact, I'd be surprised if it comes out before 11 minutes. Ooh, demo charge there though. That could be pretty nasty. I'm not sure if Von spotted that going down. This is one thing I just don't think it's a good idea, putting sandbags down on your own fuel or your own cutoff. Oh, this could be the money shot. Oh, he blew that like slightly too early. Man, if he'd blown that like 2 seconds later, that whole green squad would have been in the region. Probably could have got 2 squads there. But a decent explosion anyway. It comes down to who can actually recrew this now. Needs to suppress this. Pio squad needs to suppress them so they can't pick it up. There we go, he suppresses it. Can't pick up team weapons when the squad is suppressed. So now it's Maxim behind light cover versus Grens in that heavy cover crater. It's going to come down to whether the Maxim can get suppression on them, I think. Who's coming up? Okay, we've got 2 con squads coming up in support. Probably need to Ura, and I mean that would... Getting this MG42 would be a huge pickup, and here we go. Actually, we got some the P-Green half-track coming in here. The squad wipe half-trackers is sometimes not very good at chasing down squads, but we have AT grenades already ticked by Max. Perhaps he was expecting a 222. Oh no, VonIvan did not pick up the MG42. And VonIvan just abandoned that half-track there. I mean, it was unlikely to get away, but he's not even trying. So there we go. Pick up there for Max. I mean, I was really not expecting him to have AT grenades. For me, at least, AT grenades are a reactive purchase, and he's actually got the AT grenade range bulletin. This is one of the new bulletins since the War Spores upgrade. You can buy this from the store. There's one for the Panzerfaust as well. I'm kind of surprised they didn't put them in one bulletin, kind of like how these work for both conscripts and grenadiers, but you know, whatever. But yeah, as I was saying, AT grenades are more of a reactive purchase for me. Once I see a light vehicle, I'll start taking them then, because otherwise you may be able to rush out your light vehicle much more quickly if you don't have to spend that 25 fuel. I mean, only time I do it predictively is, I mean, obviously if I've got a lot of fuel in the later game, or if I'm doing just horribly and I'm worried about a Luke's hitting. And I know that my T7 is going to be massively delayed and I'm going to have to go Zis plus conscript AT grenades to keep that Luke's at bay. So Max, all of a sudden, he's turned things around. He's starting to get a bit of territory under his control. There's some harassment on VonIvan's territory now, and he may pick up this Pioneer squad here. Oh, and he does. There we go. Generally, I think it's better to stand still with conscripts when you're trying to fire at a retreating squad. Riflemen are probably chase, but yeah, it seems like the bolt action rifles generally just better off standing still and not chasing retreating squads. Obviously with SMGs, assault rifles and even semi-autos, chasing is all good as well. So VonIvan's force is very, undersized really, if there's one word to put to that. Having lost that half-track, MG and Pioneer, he's in a big spot of bother here. It's like one P-Greens can fire at this MG's crew there. That's pretty funny. Okay, mortar coming out from VonIvan. So he's definitely under a bit of pressure here. We've got some guards now from Max having gone for a guard motor. Good decision on this map. You need those LMGs on Langreskaya. The thing with guards though, they don't trade quite as effectively against LMG Greens. Generally they suffer a bit more bleed, and this could be nasty. No, he spreads out a little bit. Thought that was going to be a massive mortar hit there, wiping out that whole guard squad, but didn't quite happen that way. Oh, nice machine gun positioning here by Max. It's going to have to be a long flank of VonIvan. Needs to get this squad out there though. Looks like he's just going to back that off. And man, this heavy cover here is actually causing a few issues for Max now. Kind of backfired on him. Ooh, that rifle grenade almost takes down the whole squad. But here comes the T-70 from Max, and as I was saying, it's at the 13-minute mark, so I was right, not before 11 minutes. And VonIvan having gone for a second mortar now. Probably should have got an AT gun or just gone straight for the Stug E. Save for that Stug E, but these things are very cheap, and now the T-70 coming out at pretty much the exact time as the Stug E. That's a big problem because Stug E beats the T-70 in most cases. It has significant armor. I think it's 150 armor, 560 health, very strong and so cheap. I mean, it's basically the same cost as the T-70, and you don't even have to tick to get it. But it is Austria's crutch at the moment, because ticking up to get medium tanks is often just far too difficult, which hopefully the patch will remedy somewhat. So now Max is in a spot of bother. He's got a lot of squads, but no AT gun yet, so he's going to have trouble dealing with the Stug. At this stage, maybe he's thinking about going for the SC-76, and that's probably the right decision. More mobile form of anti-tank. Can deal to Stuggy slightly better. Now a lot of players do go for double Stuggy. We'll have to see if VonIvan does that. Can sometimes slow down your Tiger if you do that, but VonIvan's actually had pretty good fuel control so far, so if he does go Stuggy, and it does actually do a lot of damage, then he'll easily have enough fuel for the Tiger, and that is going to be an SU-76. Good decision from Max. The good thing about SU-76 though, apart from being more mobile than the Zis, is that it's not going to bleed manpower, and he's got a lot of squads at the moment from which he can bleed manpower. save a bit of manpower by going for an SU-76 to deal with the vehicular threat. Probably a good idea.
Supply sector under attack. The new men have arrived. Enemy is engaging us.
Man, I remember this mechanized assault versus guard motor. This used to happen all the time. It's funny.
We have an isolated sector.
Funny how things just never die. Ooh, T70 on the flank here. And that Stuggy's actually quite low. Could definitely wipe these pioneers. Should switch focus to them. Don't know why he's trying to get the Askarens. Now he's trying to shoot at the Stuggy. That's a bit of a waste. They're saying got very good frontal armor. Guy's about to toss a grenade. Dodged, but that building's going to be too low. And yeah, in fact, it gets flattened by that grenade. Thought it was going to be on like no health at all. Oh man, I thought that second mortar shell was about to wipe that squad. Not quite, but actually he may be able to steal this mortar here. This T70 doing a lot of damage. SU-76 should be firing through the hedge, and there you go, he attempts, but he misses. The mortar does just dance away. Probably could have stuck around with that. Oh man, there we go. That's the mortar shell VonIvan's been waiting for. That's why you get double mortars, because these things... The Austin mortar, man, this thing is so deadly. Great accuracy. And once it gets to Vet 3, it's got really solid range as well. Okay. More attack ground attempts. Thing is, you can actually sometimes hear through the fog of war like this where a tank is repairing. Especially if there are like 3 squads repairing a tank. So sometimes you can use that info to try and target attack ground shots or artillery strikes to try and wipe the repairing pioneers. Bit of a lull in the action here. So VonIvan's finally getting a pack. Got, as I was saying, he does have more than enough fuel, having gone for the one Stuggy build. But yeah, his fuel control has been pretty good this game. He definitely had a really good start to the game in terms of cut-offs. Not in terms of score preservation, but it's a lot easier to hold on to your fuel as a self player.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
There's some Shreks on that P-Green squad. It's one part of VonIvan's anti-tank equation. This is where conscripts can run into some trouble. They're Vet 3 now, and they're up against Vet 3 LMG Grens for the most part. And that is a contest they can't win. So you have to be very cheeky with your light vehicles to try and pick up the anti-infantry slack. Here comes the Stuggy with pack support. He needs to back away. Why is he doing it? He's hit his turret locked. He's very slow to react here. Now both the light vehicles are moving back. But Stuggy's on the chase. And there we go. Picks up the T-70. And that's a mark? That is mark.
Enemy has broken our supply lines.
By the SU-76. SU-76 could probably win this. But it looks like he's trying not to shoot at the Stuggy. So, oh, that's Pegrins with Shreks. Now he gets one shot off. One more shot and that Stuggy's going to go down, but maybe this is going to be close. No, there we go. He picks it up. Now he's got to try dodge these Shreks, which are coming over here very, very quickly. No, they're not going to make it, and he's going to run into the base bunker MG. Oh, that... He used the attack ground, and that second Shrek almost scattered in there. I'm not sure what kind of damage this took. I don't think that would have killed it, but it would have been very close to. I think it would have survived with 20 health left from the damage it took, but can't be sure. Anyway.
The enemy still has 300 points. Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. Taking losses.
Oh man, these guards just tearing into these grins. May even be able to wipe them on retreat. Von just wasn't paying attention to this. No, he actually retreats. He was going to bleed a bit to those air screens, but I mean, I think it would have been worthwhile trying to stick around and get one or two bursts off on that retreating squad. We got some good RNG, might have been able to wipe them there. Comes in for the close range SU-76 barrage, and it pays dividends there. Gets two models, forces away the squad. And actually could wipe them, and probably not. They're Vet 3. Got good received accuracy. Yeah, I mean, I don't think... I think like maybe one shot connected there. Looks like VonIvan's... No, maybe he's not. I thought maybe he's going to come around here for a flank, but it looks like he's just going to do some capping. Take a look at the VP situation for VonIvan. Slight disadvantage. About 70 VPs behind.
Supply lines have been cut.
Nothing too dire though. Especially as he's very, very close to bringing out his Tiger, and once that hits... Oh, whoa! Oh no! Vet 2 guards go down to that bundle grenade. That was really unfortunate, because if he didn't retreat there, they would have been fine. Like, I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 models would have been over here and still alive. But as he retreated, they all bunched up straight into that bundle grenade's AoE, and he gets the wipe. So a big misplay there by Max. He's hit that panic retreat, and it was worse than just standing still in that case. Oh, and he may be up to lose their combat engineers. No. Max, though, has ticked up, but he's going to have one T-34-85 at the time that the Tiger is on the field. Luckily, he's still got this SU-76 for support, and that is up to Vet 2 now, which I believe against rate of fire. Damage output and accuracy. I imagine that's rate of fire.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
And he's got the stolen pack here as well, blasting into Von's. And he gets the engine damage off, but here come the Shreks. They get suppressed by the MG. And comes the T-34-85 for support. This could be a spot of bother once again for the Tiger. Here comes the 85 leading the charge. SU-76 bouncing off the Tiger's armor. T-34 trying to get in there for the flank. Oh, he's going to take engine damage. SC-76 is trying to chase, but he's got the line of sight blocked by the hedge. He's going to try to use attack round. Misses with the attack round. T-34 keeps bouncing. Nice. Oh, he bounces again. Tiger gets the T-34-85 kill. SC-76 could be in trouble now as well. Oh, he bounces. He's missed and he's bouncing. It's going to come down to who fires next. Oh, but there... Oh, whoa! SC-76 gets the last shot, but then I think the mortar actually got the kill. I'm pretty sure. I think it was one of the mortars. Yeah, vehicles destroyed 1. The mortar gets the kill on the SC-76. It was always going to die, though. The Grenadiers could have just chased it down for another Faust to finish the job, but... Oh, man, what a hectic engagement that was. I feel sorry for Max. He got so many bounces from that T-34-85 onto Tiger's frontal armor. I think no matter the case, his 85 was going to go down, but his 76 wouldn't have had to been sacrificed as well. And now if we take a look at... army size is pretty similar, but I feel like VonIvan's composition much stronger. I mean, he's got a lot of veterancy. And Max had to rebuy these guards. Maxim tries to set up here. VonIvan loves his Maxims. And he may actually be able to... No, he's not going to lose that one. He retreats. VonIvan getting very aggressive, going for the VP, going for his opponent's fuel, but at the same time, Max doing some VP harassment over here as well. Still, Max needs to focus more on fuel than VPs at this time. VonIvan's getting very close to another Tiger, and he is nowhere near another tank of his own.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Gunner grenades, going to force that mortar to retreat. No, maybe he's... No, he hasn't forgotten about it. Oh, I think it's going to die anyway. Shrek Snipe gets the mortar, but he's... Oh, is that a heavy mortar? It is a heavy mortar, so you only need one man to carry that around. If that was a regular mortar, that would have been a dead squad there. So yeah, Max there went for the VP first and then the fuel afterwards. If he went for the fuel first then the VP, probably would have had fuel control for at least you know, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, which he really needs to get out that next 85. 85 of either description. Maybe a good idea to go for the Su-85. Can work pretty well on Langreskaya, especially with the NG42 support. The much wider cone of fire can provide much better protection to the Su-85 than the usual Maxims. A lot harder for those Shreks to find a route towards that Su-85. So VonIvan actually reinforcing all his squads here is going to delay his Tiger a bit. Sometimes in these situations you may want to just leave a couple of low health squads in base, or unreinforced squads in the base, and just go straight for your vehicle. And maybe that's what it's going to do instead of reinforcing his P-greens. They are quite expensive to reinforce, and there's no tanks at the moment, so they're not that useful as a squad at this stage.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Oh wow, that was... Oh, and he drops, what's that, DP as well. So it's going to be double LMG greens. That Vet 3 double LMG greens. Oh wow, that is really bad news. for Max. And those double mortars, man, these things are paying dividends. 13 kills here, 11 kills on the other one. And as I was saying, once they get Vet 3, they are just crazy. They're just so good, it's crazy. Maybe about to lose this con squad here. No. Still got this pack, and now it's Vet 1, so it does have access to target weak point. Very, very helpful. Could go for another T-34-85 rather than the SU-85. Have to see how that gets on. I don't think that this is receiving the same machine gun buffs that the 76 is, so it'll be interesting to compare their anti-infantry firepower.
Supply sector under attack.
As the patch hits. Of course, the 85 does have much better AoE on its main gun.
The enemy has cut off
But I think the 76 will have a much better machine gun. And Max just really struggling to regain map control at the moment. Needs to just forget about the center for a while, try and regather his side of the map. Maybe just leave a machine gun here for defense. But he just keeps charging into the center here. I feel like he needs to think a bit more laterally, just regain control of his side of the map. Got to be careful as well. Better to not be in light cover at all at the moment, because those mortars just raining death upon him. And VonIvan probably needs to get a pack to support his Tiger. Oh man, there we go. We can see the 85's main gun there take down 3 Askren models. Well, that's actually a pretty good position there for that Maxim, locking down this flank here. But the 85 has been sent over to deal with that threat. It looks like there was a demo charge over here at some point. I must have missed that going off. I'm not sure if that got anything. So VonIvan only has the 1 squad of pioneers at the moment, and they're not vetted up, so it makes repairs on his Tiger extremely slow. And oh no, we got a rifle grenade there, knocking out that MG42. Max doesn't have any squads nearby to cap that back with. Askren sprinting after that pack, wants to get rid of that. Tiger's back on the field. Pack's in deep trouble. He's trying to backpedal away. Here comes some conscripts to get rid of the Askrens. In fact, Askrens could go down here. Just to set that pack back up. Here it goes. Opens up on the Tiger. Bounces though. Tiger and 85 duking it out. Tiger weak point pop there. AT grenade. Oh man, Tiger's in a bit of trouble. I don't think this is a good idea trying to hunt it down, but maybe if he's got Button. No, he doesn't have the munitions for Button. Oh, I don't see this going well for the 85. Oh, but he does it! Oh man, I thought that Tiger was going to bounce that shot, but he doesn't. Penetrates. I think that was on the frontal armor as well. So Max's luck. Penetrating that Tiger. Finally turns around there. Gets the kill on the Tiger. VonIvan though, he's been banking plenty of fuel. Oh wow, and that was a conscript squad that just went down there, looks like. There was a Vet 3 conscript, so he's only got 1 squad of conscripts. Oh, but VonIvan! Oh, what the cheeky Peregrines from the side picks up that 85. Oh man, that is bad news for Max, because his fuel control has been dreadful. Once again, nowhere near another tank. Oh man, things were finally looking out for Max. Oh, and he just lost. He just lost his another squad of conscripts. He just lost another I don't know where that was, but they are dead. Oh, he's got no conscripts now. So having to rebuild them because he needs those AT grenades. He's the capping power, the utility. Oh man, he suffered so many losses here. VonIvan's mortars, I imagine these are the main culprits. 23 kills, still 11 on this one. This one's still in the base. Probably needs to bring that up. I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting them right next to each other or anything, but he's got like one over here somewhere and then one around here. Especially once they get that Vet 3 range buff, they can cover a sizable region of the map each. Looks like the 120 rather is trying to blast away at that mortar long range. This thing has huge scatter, especially when you're trying to fire at max range. The mortar's going to get away safely there. So if we take a look at the VP situation, VonIvan actually into the lead now for those last couple engagements. Max continues to kind of neglect his fuel and VP region, focusing more on the center. Oh, but he may be about to pick up these P-greens. No, VonIvan does retreat just in the nick of time. Very, very close call there. If he had lost those, I'd say Max would be back in the game, but as it stands now, Tiger's about to hit the field. And Max is in deep trouble. He's 20 fuel away from 85. 20 fuel. He can do it. He can get there. He's just got to keep this Tiger at bay for 20 fuel, but I mean, at his current fuel income, having lost control of his fuel once again, it's 2 minutes. This Tiger could do a lot of damage in 2 minutes. I've been upgrading the machine gun on that. Good decision. Heavy mortar trying to barrage this at long range, not connecting yet. Askren sprinting around, going after the AT gun once again. G42, oh that is a bad decision, should have retreated that. I think he's going to lose it now. Going to be a close call. Askrens need to switch targets. No. Oh, and that's light artillery barrage coming in on these two support weapons. Oh, I think that's going to be a dead heavy mortar. What's the weapon health like, I wonder? Oh, no! Oh, look at that. Just skated right through those shells. Light artillery barrage is actually pretty powerful, honestly. I mean, it doesn't have that long of a period before the shells start dropping after the smoke appears, but once again Max doesn't have control of his fuel. VonIvan's been very effective at harassing this region of the map, and Max has kind of been focusing more on the middle rather than on the right. And that's allowed VonIvan's mortars in the center, just covering this region, to just lead him so badly. Wipe squads as well. Now VonIvan doing a smart decision, trying to put down a machine gun bunker covering the central VP, and that will shut things down even further. But here comes the 85. This is Max's way to get back into this game. If he can knock that Tiger out again and actually keep his 85 alive, in a good position. And remember, VonIvan still doesn't have a pack. He's perhaps not in the best position in that respect. Askren sprint in, but they get caught by the MG. Here comes the Tiger. This is a bad decision. Remember, this still has Tiger weak point, and he's got just enough munitions to activate it. Here come the Shreks though. He pops Tiger weak point. There we go, Tiger stunned in the range. P-greens had to retreat. It's going to come down to penetrations now. Oh, close call. Similar situation to the last time, but this time Max did not go in to try and flank the Tiger and go for the kill. Once again, probably would have been that, that last hit. Was the 85 going to penetrate the Tiger's frontal armor on the last hit? That's the gamble. And in that case, in the situation that Max is in now, I probably would have taken that gamble because he's in big trouble. Probably about to lose the game, so trying to knock out that Tiger would have been worth it. I'm not sure what the chances are. Don't know the exact stats of the penetration of the T-34-85's main gun. I think its mid-range penetration is 140. Tiger has 280 armor, so I think it's about 50% chance to penetrate. Except he would have been close. So I think its penetration's probably a bit higher up close anyway. Slightly more than 50% chance to penetrate, I believe. It's based off my guessing. VonIvan has just built another squad of pioneers, so that's good because he needs those repairs on that Tiger. There's one thing that the Eastern Front armies do lack: its repair speeds. Every Western Front army pioneer squad is significantly faster at repairing tanks.
We have more conscripts at our disposal. The sector is at risk.
Bit of a waste of the rifle grenade, but now these guards probably going to get wiped on retreat here. Oh, close call. Very, very close call. Oh, that's going to take a Faust. Now it's got engine damage. Tiger up to full health. That 85 is probably going to die. Where are the P-Greens? P-Greens back at base, so no support there. Max does have enough munitions for a target weak point. Where is his pack? Okay, Vet 3 pack should be able to protect this 85. But I'm just not going to try to chase it. Conscript's charging in here, but not a good decision. Just going to bleed manpower at this stage, but maybe he's feeling the VP pressure. Pack's in a decent spot here. Second shot connects. Peregrine's charging him, but they only got one man with actual gun. Not going to do much damage there. Oh, and they go down to the heavy mortar, close range shell. There we go. That's what Max needed to get back in this game. Those Peregrines down. No supporting AT for the Tiger now. That is looking a bit unprotected. But he's actually been spamming out the guard grenade there. That was a waste of munitions trying to knock out those pioneers. Now he doesn't have enough munitions for Tiger weak point or an AT grenade, which are slightly more important at this stage. Here comes the 85. That's back up to full, and he wipes the stolen Maxim just like that. Now the 85 is free reign on the center. Tiger is quite low. He's taking quite a few shots from that Vet 3 pack. So here we go. Max in a decent spot. Oh, but he loses his guards to pioneers. What? Oh, that is just dreadful news. Looks like the T-34-85 now trying to go after these mortars, and he gets one of them. Wow, VonIvan's losing so much stuff. Lots of losses on both sides, but I think Max is going to lose on VPs here. It's going to be close. No, Pioneer's going to come in and stop the cap over here. That's going to be the game. Oh, man. What? That was a pretty exciting finish. Close game there. VonIvan did some great harassment, but he lost a couple squads, which made a very even game and some nice Tiger versus T-34-85 play. So saying, I think VonIvan maybe should go to pack to support his Tiger. Would have put, I think it would have been more effective than his Hegreen Shreks, because they kept getting suppressed by the MG, which is one thing Max was very effective with. His stolen MG42 was in the right place at the right time very, very often. But VonIvan's double mortar strategy bled Max very, very hard. So yeah, interesting strategy there by VonIvan, and nice to see something other than snipers on Langreskaya. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.